Okay, I'm back. A little bit of the curse of there'll be a second video got in the way, but the curse is over. So I'm back here using OpenAI Atlas for Earth Index, and I've set up a couple different projects with training data where I've done some of the labeling. And what I'm going to do now is see how ChatGPT does in actually reviewing those predictions. Here's a project looking for mining in the DRC. When you aren't sure if it is a mine or not, you should refer to me. What you're doing here is you're looking at labels, both positive and negative, and then we're used to run a prediction. And then we're going to thumbs up or thumbs down the predictions based on if it's actually mining or not. When you're not sure, just ask me. I realized I probably should tell something about the map. You are using Earth Index. There are 3 types of maps on the page. The actual training data was done with Sentinel-2, but there's also Mapbox Satellite and Mapbox Outdoors, which you can refer to for clues as well. And so not the best prompt, but one of the things I like to do is not be too worried about the prompt to begin with. And if I'm going to do repeat things, I really try to tune it, or depending on how important what I'm doing is. Okay. So it's asking me if we could walk through our first together. You see there's predictions on the screen. Just do the top upper left one on the screen. To zoom, you just need to click on the tile, and then that will zoom the map. And then it'll be more clear to look at. Okay, so now I'm going to fight with it a little and try to get it to actually click on things on the screen. Are you sure you can't click on the tiles to zoom the map yourself? I'm pretty sure you're able to click on the map. Okay. It says it can't click on the map. Kind of funny. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try to get it to click on the map. Funny thing about generative AI is sometimes it doesn't cooperate. The browser is on the Earth Index project. We're reviewing predictions that were made from existing labels. To do the full review, on the left-hand side are the predictions, and I need you to click on each tile one by one, and the map will zoom, and then we can determine whether or not there's mining at that location. When you aren't sure if there's mining or not, defer to me. So now it wants to interact with my browser. I don't know if I clicked no thanks earlier or what happened, but let's continue. But we're back to Sparkle Maps. So far it's marking these as mining. What is amusing is it's a little confused by the zooming. It's like, oh, the maps moved significantly. Okay, now for this one, it's not sure. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure either. It's next to a mine. But now, so I switched it to the other. I'm going to switch it back before I interfere with it. But since it's not clear from the Sentinel-2 data, you can click on the base map and switch it to Mapbox Satellite, which is a higher resolution, and it might be more clear. Why don't you try that? Well, there it goes. It's a little confused by the radio buttons. So now it's clicking it as positive. And we'll let it keep going. So now I'm going to tell it. It's asking me if I want it to keep reviewing. Keep reviewing. Keep in mind the Mapbox Satellite is not as up to date as the Sentinel-2. So if you see something that doesn't look like mining, you need to check the Sentinel-2 because it could have become mining since the satellite data used for the Mapbox layer was taken. Instead of clicking on each tile individually on the left like I asked, you actually can also click on the map to quickly do an area with the positive labels. Try doing that. This one's very enthusiastic. Let's try it out and get the job done! Exclamation point. So I'm just going to ask it to focus on the predictions available on the screen, or clicking on areas that you believe are mining. I think it got a little confused switching between the layers because the Sentinel-2 took a little longer to load. But it's continuing to label obvious areas. And then you could imagine improving the prompts and the workflows if this is the way we're going to do things. If I really wanted to use an LLM to do this sort of thing, rather than having it use the existing interface, however, what I would do would be feed the tiles directly to it, because that would be a lot more efficient than this interface is designed for humans. So having a robot do it is just an extra step.